What's up, Pokerbrandon here, and in this hand I have Ace-3 suited playing 5-5 at the Gardens on a Monday around 7 p.m. It folds to me, and this is going to be my fourth hand opened in a row. Now previously, before maybe 2 orbits ago, I had lost a big hand, and I sort of woke up a little bit because I'm sort of trying to get my money back. Now in this hand I open a 15 because I do expect to get 3-bet now. After opening a lot, I do feel like 3-bets are coming. And I get 3-bet by the tightest player at the table. He was only playing maybe one hand every 5 orbits, like super tight. It's going to fold all the way around to me, and I think his sizing is okay enough for me to call. And I'm holding an ace, so I feel like his 3-bets are going to be more so the pocket kings, pocket queens, pocket jacks, maybe pocket 10s. And I also felt like since this was my fourth hand opened in a row, he's going to be just a tad bit looser than in general. So we go to a 4-9-2 flop, and this is actually decent for my hand. I thought about donking into this. But his VPIP was just way too low for me not to put him on like pocket kings, queens, and jacks. So, I mean, I check it to him and I expect him to put in a bet, and he does, and he goes with a over half pot sizing here. He bets 60. I think this is relative to his kings, queens, and jacks, but I could hit a 5 on the turn. I could hit a spade. I was thinking of getting fancy if a 9 of spades hit, picking up my flush draw, I can wrap the 9. Or if a 2 of spades hit, I can get fancy and get bluffy on the turn and put in a big bet, or a nice half pot, three-quarter sized pot bet on the turn and see what he does. Because I also think he could have ace king, ace queen, and ace jack suited. So I decide to call, and I think I want to see a turn and see how this develops. So I call, and we go to a turn. I was ready to put in a bluff if I needed to, but when the turn hits and it's an 8 of diamonds, I think I'm ready to give up. I'm not going to get fancy and lead into this. I think not holding any diamonds here is just weird if I do want to get fancy, so I don't. I just check it, and I'm ready to fold to any, probably 33% more sized bet. I'm just going to fold this and let it go. Maybe 33 I might call. If it's 25%, maybe I call one time. I don't know. I'm really not in the moment, but he checks it back. And when he checks it back now, and the jack of spades hit on the river, I think his range is going to be reduced down to a lot of ace-king suiteds, ace-king offsuit with maybe only the king of diamonds at best, ace-queen suited. And then because he's so passive, he was so passive, I think he could have a lot of scared overpairs like black kings or black queens. Black 10s make sense. And just kind of rerunning the way I acted in the hand, I could have all the ace x of diamonds here. I could have king queen of diamonds, queen jack, 10 jack suited diamonds. I could also have sets, like sets that flopped it. I checked it to him, I called the bet, I got maybe scared on the turn because the flush came in, so I checked it for pot control, and now I want to put out a bet. And I got to keep in mind that my VPIP was really low up until this point, around maybe this part of the session. And I was playing for about probably 5 hours with this guy, so he knows I'm pretty tight. I could also just have like jack X, I think, like queen jack, king jack suited. Maybe not a diamond, but I think there's just so many hands here that I could have that I now want to bet for value. And now I'm thinking of my bluff size, because I am going to go for a bluff now after seeing the weakness on the turn. So now I'm just trying to figure out the kind of sizing I want to use here. I think if he's holding like ace high, I don't have to go too big. I do keep it in my head. I do have it in mind that he could be trapping me with like ace king of diamonds himself. So even though my range now, I feel like I could have probably all the nutted hands, I don't want to bet too big as a bluff, because if I am getting trapped, I don't want to pay him and reward him for trapping me. I think around a half pot sized bet is perfect for this spot. I think if I like jam and I get too crazy and fancy, I'm gifting money to ace king suited diamonds every time. Ace queen of diamonds, I'm just gifting him too much money. And then I feel like even if I go a pot sized bet, I felt like a pot sized bet around 230 would get the job done the same way as a half pot sized bet. I felt like being more believable here and going for the half smaller size was good enough to get the job done, to fold out the ace highs and even the super scared overpairs. Maybe not so much the scared overpairs like queens, kings, and tens, but it was good enough to get the ace highs to fold. And if he was trapping me, or if he does make a call with a scared overpair, I only lose 120. I'm not going to lose too much. So yeah, I sized it to 120. And I just hope my read was correct here. I really hoped, and it really felt like he had more of the ace-king suits rather than the pocket pair kings, because wouldn't he bet those on the turn if he's holding a diamond? Even if he had ace-king offsuit with the ace of diamonds, he might bet that. So I just really feel like my read, I'm going to go with it here. I bluff at it 120. And my opponent tanks for 2 minutes and finally folds his hand, and I win. So this was a nice little, I guess wasn't too little, but nice pot to bluff at and win. I always love when I get a bluff through with a nice logical thinking story for it. So yeah, I managed to film the ending of it. So this is the end after I got the bluff through and the pot pushed my way. From Pokerbrandon, I'm out.